Welcome to Jesus, Coffee, and Everything Else. I am one of your hosts, James Klaus.
I am your other host, Jordan Bearden.
And welcome to the second Jesus, Coffee, and Everything Else Christmas Everything Else episode.
What a time to be alive.
It's coming in early today. Coming in
now.
hot.
I have to get it in early, dude. This is Christmas.
It is Christmas time. And Jordan and I were just talking. We cannot believe that this has already been over a year of us making this podcast.
It's insane, dude. It's been a year and 3 months. And man, what a year and 3 months it has been. Some amazing conversations, amazing stories, amazing coffee.
Oh, you've drank a lot of coffee.
Oh, I'm tempted to say my slogan twice. I got to calm down. It's too early for this nonsense.
So we'll move right into it. So today we are drinking our new Peru bean. And as you see, nice, dark, rich flavor coming from the French press.
Oh, mercy. Look at that pour.
And you haven't had your first cup of coffee, have you?
I have not.
Oh, this will be your first cup of the day.
Come on now.
This will already be my second.
Oh, dude. Well, the pour, the color, the texture. I didn't even narrate, but you know what? I feel like I'm about to.
I love this part of our episode every time, the coffee. We've gone through a lot of coffee beans.
Yes, we have.
And like I've said before, if you have any coffee beans you want to send to us for us to drink on the podcast, we'd be happy to take them. So,
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Sponsors.
Come
on.
Even if you are like in a different part of Seattle or, where are some of our other listeners from? If you're in Michigan, Georgia, if you want me to try any coffee beans, and Jordan wants to try any coffee beans, send them our way. We'd love to try them on the podcast. You can even put it on the package for us to try on your podcast.
Oh, dude. That made me so happy. Come on now.
Just like Dave. Dave sent us those coffee beans.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Those were so stinking good.
Oh, the nostalgia.
Still takes you back to your favorite coffee ever.
Don't put that on me, bro. I've said sorry countless times.
Well,
You know your roaster, my favorite.
yeah. So today we are drinking the Peru bean. This is our new favorite bean. Peru has always been one of Amanda's favorite beans origins. She usually tends to like Peru and Papua New Guinea are her two favorite places for coffee.
Okay.
And so let's go for first sip experience, and then we'll talk about what you taste.
Dude, I can't wait for it. All right, so I'll go ahead and say this caveat. I've been dealing with a little bit of a cold. My sinuses are a little active, but I'm still going to give my best dissection of the flavor profile as much as I can.
All right, here we go. First sip experience.
Cheers. Ooh, that's good, man. First word I'm getting is herbal. Is that accurate?
A little bit. It's got two specific tones to it. I'm really picking up on one of them. I want to see if you get anything first before I go into it too much, though. I know your sinuses are acting up like crazy, so I'm not.
Give me grace, because I need it today.
I will give you some grace.
Oh, man, that's hard. Because I feel like my inclination is to go herbal. But I don't know if that's just my sinuses working against me.
So it's very nutty. It's a nuttier bean, and it's got chocolate undertones as well. And so you'll pick up on chocolate and you'll pick up on nutty. But more of the nuttiness is coming through this cup than the chocolate is.
It's absolutely the nuttiness.
Almost like, I'm not going to say peanut sauce because that sounds gross for coffee, but it's just kind of like it's kind of like that peanut sauce type, the richness of a peanut sauce to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily taste too much like that, because that would be weird for a coffee, but it's got that tone.
I can pick that up now. You know, you say that, and I can tell it's the nuttiness that's coming through. I don't know if it's just like similarities in my palate between a nutty profile and more of an earthy profile. Like I said, I'm sick. So I don't know what's happening, except this is a good thing that's happening in my cup right now. So no matter what, it's a good cup of coffee.
Yep. So for any of you who are getting into the coffee game, just know that most South American coffees are always going to be either chocolatey or nutty. But when you start getting into the African coffees, you get some more of the fruits, you get some more of the sweetness, you get the more upfront florals. But yeah, if you want to stay with the chocolate and nutty, stick with South American coffees. But yeah, this one is just like that. It's a South American coffee. It's good.
You know what I think of every time I hear the phrase South America? Remember that show Drake and Josh?
I never watched it.
Bro.
Again, the shows are age difference.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Well, I grew up in the era of Drake and Josh when it was on Nickelodeon. And dude, a fantastic show, fantastic acting. But there is an episode where they talked about like finding this special pepper for a salsa contest that they were entering in, and like Josh was always the smart, the nerdy one. Drake was always like the more popular, more aloof one, I guess. And so they were looking up on this computer, and Josh was like, oh, "Do you know where we can find that pepper?" And Drake's like, "No, it says it's only available in this place called South America."
America. Nice.
That's all I can think about whenever I hear the phrase South America. It's like, oh, yeah, no, South America.
That's awesome. It's kind of like when I think of, and perfect for our Christmas episode, whenever I see the word fragile, I always say fragile.
Fragile.
It must be French. Or was it Italian? Is that what he says? Must be Italian in the Christmas story?
It must be Italian.
Yeah. It's whenever I see that word, that's what I think of.
Dude, it's so funny because I remember that show Rugrats. When I was little, dude, when Rugrats was in its prime, there's an episode where it showed like two movers moving boxes or whatever, and it said fragile, but one of the guys was like, "Hey, Frank, what does fragile mean?" Oh, what a time.
Yep. So Drake and Josh was a Disney Channel, correct?
Nickelodeon.
Okay, so I was a big Nickelodeon watcher when I was growing up, but for me, it was more of like All That was big when I was younger.
Yep.
But even before that, the worst show ever that a kid should have been watching at the time was Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, dude. I feel like we've talked about this before, but my parents actually would not let me watch Ren and Stimpy. And dude, I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
Because I remember actually stumbling upon an episode once, and as I was watching, I was like, this is hot garbage. This looks like a fever dream.
Yeah, it was. It was awful. It was awful. So before we get too much into the everything else part of this episode, we want to issue an apology from both Jordan and myself. Here's the reason for the apology. So we have been talking about the book Healing What's Within for some time now, and we have mentioned that we are going to do a interview with the author Chuck DeGroat.
Yes.
Which we did.
And it was awesome, bro.
It was fantastic. Now, if only my technological skills had set in, somehow we lost our conversation with Chuck in the airwaves of the world.
I would be lying if I said I did not shed a tear when I realized what had happened. And listeners, we are sorry. I mean, this is our conversation with Chuck was amazing. He's such an awesome guy. I mean, I got a lot out of our conversation, and I was really hoping that we could save the audio files. We were thinking, hard about how we could capture it, record it, and process it so we could share it with you.
We even did test runs.
We did.
We did test runs and everything, and still it got lost.
So, yeah, there's that.
So we are going to actually set up another time to talk with Chuck, probably after New Year's.
Yeah.
There's a baby coming.
Yes, there is. This week. Bro, today's Monday. My baby is coming Thursday.
Man, that's so exciting.
It's insane, dude. So yeah, listeners, I'm expecting... My wife and I, mainly my wife, is expecting our third child on Thursday. So
Yay.
Today is currently Monday. By the time you're hearing this podcast, more than likely she will be here, which is nuts.
Yep.
I'm still processing it. I feel like I just found out.
Let's try to make sure we get it done before Thursday, the podcast. So that way, if you're gone for 2 weeks...
That's very fair. I would...
Because you're going to be gone for a couple weeks.
I'm gonna be. I'm gonna try to stagger it, dude. Yeah. This is, I mean, one of the realities of working ministry and just the situation that I'm in. I will get some time off. However, I'm in a place where I will still need to serve when I'm able to. Just, lack of volunteers and just the reality of ministry.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
however, I am looking for some time off here soon. Just get to know my daughter and spend some time with the family.
That'll be exciting, man. So exciting.
I'm really excited for that, bro. Yeah. I am.
So for our podcast listeners, know that Chuck will join us again in January, as well as our next episode. We probably will not air until January. So this will be our last episode of 2025.
Yep.
And so you can probably expect our next one probably to be sometime in January, probably middle of January or so. But we are super thankful for Chuck joining us on that episode and to just chat with us and talk with us. So we just wanted to talk about a few of the things that we went over with Chuck, and then we'll get into our everything else. So Jordan at some point had asked Chuck about recognizing living from a false self and how God has made us into his image. And so it was what was really cool with our conversation with Chuck, and like our podcast, the conversation was very organic. It just moved along and it had such a great flow to it. Mm-hmm. We had questions that we had pre-made just to ask Chuck during the time that we had with him. We wanted to make sure we stepped into it prepared. But the conversation itself was just so organic.
It was, man. I mean, I felt like it moved at a natural pace. I felt like we were talking about one thing and then we would just kind of naturally evolve into another. But I mean, man, Chuck had a lot of wisdom to offer, especially talking about like what it means to be living from a false self, recognizing how God has made us in his own image, trying to figure out that dichotomy of living in the spirit, living in the flesh. What does that look like as far as how we process inner trauma? Dude, he had so much wisdom to offer in that.
Yeah.
He really did.
He really did. So what was really cool about the conversation too is we were able to get into the 3 questions that Chuck brings up in the book about who told you, right? Have you eaten from... all those. What was the third question? Who told you?
Mm-hmm. Is where are you?
Where are you? Yeah.
Who told you? Mm-hmm. Have you eaten from the tree? Or where have you taken your hunger?
Yeah. Where have you? And so it was so great to be able to talk about those 3 questions with Chuck, to really get an idea of where he was coming from with those 3 questions, and it was a great conversation being able to talk about those things.
It was, dude, and I feel like I just want to say it again. Chuck in his book was so vulnerable about his own journey and how things that he's gone through has shaped the way that he looks at his own journey of trauma, his own journey through navigating what was like for him to live in his false self, recognizing the truth of how God made him. Mm-hmm. And I feel like even in our conversation, he was just very open. He was very transparent, and I really valued that. Because I felt like it was just his own personal journey helped provide wisdom in what it means to navigate this.
Yeah.
And, there is an old saying that experience is the best teacher. Mm-hmm. And I think he has so much experience. He's learned to take from his experience, apply it to scripture, and find wisdom from that. And I felt that all throughout our conversation.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Chuck, I really appreciated the point where he emphasized the need to say words such as like help and ouch. And we got to talk a lot about our need for community in each other's lives and finding healing places within the church and what that looks like. And so for us, too, we even talked about how we practice that here at Creekside with missional communities. And we got to talk to him a little bit about missional communities and what those mean for us. And that part was awesome to be able to see him emphasizing the need for those words in the church. Ouch.
Yeah, help.
Yeah.
And just all that stuff. And man, like it really made me feel a sense of pride, a sense of gratitude in what we're able to offer here at Creekside too in our conversation, because a lot of what he was getting at in that book, kind of like what you were saying, is this need for transparency, and I think more than that, the need for community, for connection. I felt like the underlying theme of that whole book was trauma is what happens within you from lack of an empathetic witness, someone to walk alongside of you. And with missional communities, we are literally providing an antidote for isolation, community. And in that community, we have connections, we have healing that can happen when you build trust, when you build relationships with other people. You get to share some of the things that you've been walking through. And to hear how there's this intertwining of what's been happening in the book, what we've been reading through, the needs that we have biologically in the way that we've been made, and then to see here at Creekside, like our missional community, to see how we're providing an answer for that. It was really cool, man, to see that.
Yep. And Chuck even added in some of his anecdotes for stress relief and for trauma relief into our conversation. So he talked a lot about breath praying. Ooh, you remember that conversation with the breath prayers?
Mm-hmm.
How did he? Okay, so tell me your version of his breath prayer, because I cannot exactly remember how he did it or what he had said during that process. Do you remember?
I don't remember the exact words, but essentially what he was saying, I think he gave an example, and I don't know if it was one of the creeds from one of the early church fathers. I don't know if it was a psalm, but essentially the practice is you take a small section of prayer, you take a small section of a psalm, like let's say, for example, Psalm 23, verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, or I lack nothing. What a breath prayer is you say, the Lord is my shepherd, you breathe in, I lack nothing, you breathe out. The Lord is my shepherd, you breathe in, I shall not want, breathe out. And what that does is it's a brain and heart exercise where you're forcing your body into a more relaxed state, and psychologically you're saying truth. Mm-hmm. You're actually speaking to yourself scripture, God's word over yourself, and you're reminding yourself of who he is and who you are in light of who he is. And you're doing it in deep breaths. And man, sometimes that is the greatest way to recenter yourself when you find yourself in a place of fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. If you find yourself in a storm psychologically, you pause and you just do a breath prayer. Mm-hmm. It was so awesome, dude. And it's easy.
Yeah.
That's simple. What I loved about it is it was so easy to do a breath prayer.
Even doing those 2 times that we were just doing the example, I was like, ooh, I'm a little relaxed.
Right? That's not the coffee.
So, go buy the book, Healing What's Within by Chuck DeGroat. I highly encourage it. Highly. Like, there's so much stuff that we didn't get to cover in the podcast that you should go through. Go grab his other book, too, When Narcissism Comes to the Church, is one of his books. And then he also talked about a new book he's working on right now. He shared his excitement about his new book on character formation and the importance of becoming more like Jesus. But really, Chuck just shared some excitement about being able to spend time and getting to know his adult daughters on a more friend-like basis now, right? Because it's always been dad-daughter, and now like they're all adults, and he's like exploring what it means to become a friend with his daughter and with his daughters. And so that was kind of a cool conversation to have with them as well.
It absolutely was, dude. You know, and I feel like especially between the three of us, we were all three in different stages of our lives. One that you both have walked through already, one that I am currently walking through as far as being dads. Chuck now has adult children. You have a teenage daughter. I have 2 small children and one on the way. Like we're in 3 different seasons of life, and yet there's wisdom to be had about what each of these different stages look like for us. Mm-hmm. For me, it's just hands-on playtime. For you, it's, Lorelai's a teenager. She's learning what it means to be a young woman. You're in a different season with her. For Chuck, he now has adult children, and it's a different reality and a different relationship for all of us having kids. And to just kind of take a glimpse into what that season of life is going to look like from someone who has so much wisdom, I got a lot of value from that.
Yeah. So it's such a great conversation. We're looking forward to the second one, and
we shall have audio for.
Yeah, audio and hopefully even video to post on our YouTube. So if you are not following our YouTube channel, all of our podcasts are up on our YouTube channel. Go subscribe to our YouTube as well. They're all up there. Share it, all that good stuff. But hey, let's go into our everything else.
I would love that, man. I feel like it's been a hot minute since we had an everything else.
Dude, these wind storms are no joke.
Bro, we've had gusts of up to 95 miles per hour.
Let me enunciate that one more time. 95.
That's hurricane force winds.
It is crazy, dude.
It's insane.
So last week here in Alaska, we had some crazy windstorms that just took out power, hurricane force winds up to 70-mile-per-hour gusts, but it lasted for like 4 days. And it was absolutely insane. Like schools shutting down and tree limbs and all of this other stuff.
Citywide power outages, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's been insane.
And so yesterday was the start of a brand new windstorm. Now, it is now the middle of December. We have no snow.
Again.
I hate it. I love snow. I don't like cold so much, but I love snow.
Yeah.
And we're getting hurricane force winds up to 95-mile-per-hour gusts. And it's absolutely chaotic weather.
It's insane, dude. It's just crazy. Like, I feel like we're getting blizzards outside minus the snow. And I don't think that's far off base because literally the wind has been atrocious. And like all of people's stuff that they've had outside is literally just getting blown across neighborhoods, across like just everywhere. It was crazy. I walked outside the day after the last week after the biggest chunk of wind that we had, and there was this random like pallet of felt that was folded up under Marissa's car. It's like, we just got some free felt. Like, that's so crazy. People are saying that trampolines had blown into their yard. Like they had gained a trampoline for free.
Yeah, why not?
Because, hey, I mean, I wouldn't be complaining. Now, my trampoline is anchored into the ground, frozen over. So luckily, I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
But
so while there's no snow, it has been in the single digits, teens, and like early 20s. But yeah, it's still cold. So this 95-mile-per-hour gusts that we're getting feels like negative 20 degrees.
It does. And it's been insane. They're saying that if you stay outside for more than 30 minutes, you're at risk of like frostbite. And I don't think 30 minutes is, I mean, I think that's almost too long. I felt like I was on the verge of getting it after like 3.
Yeah.
Insane, dude. Maybe that's my Georgia blood, not accustomed to Alaska yet.
It's crazy. But we didn't have a crazy amount of damage at our house. We had a tree come down in the front yard. And luckily it missed our driveway and it missed the house. So eventually I got to cut that tree up. We also had our camper cover just shred because of the wind. And so at one point the wind started taking the cover like a parachute and kind of starting to rock our camper. So Amanda and I had to run out there with scissors and cut the cover off before it took our camper down.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. And so no crazy amount of damage, but I'm going to have to go up on the roof and look at the roof because there was a lot of sound coming from my roof last night.
Oh, no. I need to invest in I have a ladder. All right. I'm going to rant for a second. So when I was looking into buying my home, I went through a home inspector. Great guy, believer. I mean, he was awesome. But one of the things I really liked is that he carried around what looked like a workbench with him, but it was actually like an extendable ladder. It was made of super light aluminum, but it was super strong. And it was so cool watching him work. He literally took this thing and just started pulling this ladder out of itself.
Almost like a magic hat?
Yeah, but I think that was like a 50-foot ladder that he had. And it was just this tiny little carryable thing. And I'm like, I want that ladder. I want it right meow.
Right meow.
Right meow. It was so cool. But like it was awesome. I need to take a look at my roof probably once the winds die down.
Yeah, you don't want to get up there right now.
I really don't.
No.
I like my life too much.
Yeah. You had a daughter coming.
But I will say this, I'm thankful. I think my home actually had a new roof put on recently before we moved in. So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we are too. Just so there was a lot of noise up there last night, so I'm going to go up there and take a look and make sure everything's good.
I mean, the wind has been sounding like a freight train lately, dude. It's been insane.
It kept me up a lot of the night last night. Well, Christmas is quickly coming up.
Yep.
I know one of your Christmas gifts, right? because Marissa already told you and I when we were talking together about what one of your Christmas gifts is.
Oh, yeah. A certain video game,
A certain
right?
video game. Absolutely.
Oh, mercy.
And I cannot wait to talk about it because I have already finished Ghost of Yotai.
Ghost of Yotai. Man, I loved Ghost of Tsushima so much between the plot, the visuals, the gameplay, everything. I'm really interested to see what they did with Ghost of Yotai and the gameplay and everything because I've heard a lot about it. Let me ask you this. Is it true that you can, at will, jump back and forth between current time and past in the character's life? Or did
Yes and no.
Yes
Only
and?
one area.
Okay.
Only in
Okay.
one area.
All right.
So there's an area that you can switch over to the past on,
Gotcha.
but not the full world.
Okay. I can understand that, actually. I almost feel like, in a way, that makes it better because to limit it to one area makes that area that much more special because you have that one ability in that one area instead of, I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to make excuses.
That's okay. I just can't get too much into it because I don't want to give any spoilers away to you. But let me go over a few things. So Ghost of Tsushima was a great game because of, one, the story.
Yep.
The gameplay was fantastic. Just the mechanics of the game, but also just with all the stuff that they give you to do.
Yep.
And so Ghost of Yotai is even better when it comes to those things.
Oh, man.
Ooh. Yeah. So the mechanics are fantastic. It's not button mashing by any means. I struggle with, there was one fight I spent literally an hour on trying to beat this fight. And it was really, really, really difficult. Some of the game, I kept saying to myself, like, wow, when is this game over? Not that I didn't enjoy it, because I really did enjoy it, but there was so much to it that it kept going and going and going. I was like, wow, this is a really long game, which was fantastic. I liked that. But I got to one point and it was like, chapter 3. I was like, chapter 3? Like, how many chapters are in this game?
Oh, man.
Because it just kept moving along. And I was like, oh, I'm getting my money's worth out of this game. So, yeah.
Oh, dude. Let me ask you this. What edition did you buy? The standard, the deluxe?
I got the deluxe edition.
Okay. Is there like a second tier? Or
Just-
like a third
just
tier?
the two.
Just the two?
Yeah, it's the original and the deluxe.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like a first edition. I didn't know if there's like another tier above that. Because I'll be honest, when it comes to me and Marissa, we like getting the most out of the video games. And so if there is a deluxe version, we get the deluxe version. If there is like an ultimate version that comes with like additional skins, additional costumes, weapons, whatever, like we 100%, we will invest into that edition because we want the most out of a video game that we can get. It's not just about just the game in and of itself, but it's like digging deep into it to see what that game offers between the story, the visuals, everything about it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. I just wanted to ask if there's original, deluxe, if there was another on top of that.
Yep, there's the deluxe. So I'm sure, I know they can probably do some expansions for this game. There's a lot more stuff you could add to it. So I'm excited to see what happens next with it because it was a phenomenal game. I'll just leave it there because it was really, really good. So I'm looking forward to being able to talk to you about it because, yeah, pick it up.
Oh, man. All right. Well, Christmas is coming. I'm about to have at least a little bit of time. Now, I will say my in-laws are coming this week. I'm getting a baby this week. It's Christmas next week, Christmas Eve services. I'm working on a project here at work that's got to be done by Christmas Eve, if not a day before. So, once all the work is done and I can actually enjoy some of my time off, I'll be gaining that video game. And between bottle feedings and naps, I'll be enjoying me some Ghost of Yotai.
There you go. There you go.
So I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of video games, I actually heard that Donkey Kong Bonanza won the best family game of the year.
Did they?
Yeah.
Nice.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
So Amanda and I will play that game together, and we've talked about this game. I'm not a huge fan of the game. I like it, and I know Jordan likes it because it's a good button masher to be able to just destroy the world.
Yes.
And you can in this game. You can literally destroy the world.
Destroy the world, find gold.
Yeah. So
in a nutshell.
But I laugh, and because Lorelai will have friends over sometimes, and specifically her boyfriend, and Amanda and I will be playing this game, and I'll just shout out, "Oh, banana!" And because in the game, every time you see one of these big bananas, it goes, "Oh, banana!" And so I'll shout that out now, and every time I just hear them giggle and laugh, I'm just like, that's fantastic.
Oh, I love that so much, man. This has nothing to do with Donkey Kong, but I've actually started doing this thing at home. I can tell now that I'm in my 30s that my body is changing in ways that I prefer least.
Wait till you hit 40.
Don't tell me that, man. I'm only 33. But it's just funny. Like, I'm noticing my knees are creaking and feeling a little more crunchy than normal. I'm waking up a little more stiff than I used to in my younger days. But because of that, like, I'll be sitting for a while, getting up, I just feel it. If I'm sitting on the floor, have to get up, I feel it. And so I've started doing this thing where every time I get up and I feel I have to just stretch, and I will overdo it intentionally and just dramatically say, "My aching bacon," as loud as I can at home. Marissa cracks up, my children crack up, and frankly, I feel good about myself after the fact. So that's become a new family joke, and it just gives me an excuse to be loud and playful and ache.
For those who were just listening with your volume way up on your car,
sorry about that.
That's fantastic.
And I hope I didn't blow a car speaker when I just said that.
Yeah, my aching bacon. I love
And I have to shout it with the most gravelly voice that I can.
Uh-huh.
But they love it, dude. My kids
That's
crack
great.
up. And it's so funny hearing James in his little 3.5-year-old voice, my achy bakey, trying to imitate me. It's so cute.
I loved hearing him say last week, where was it? We were somewhere and he was like, 6, 7. I was like,
bro. Okay, can we talk for a second about how that has become a global thing?
a global problem.
A global sensation. Whether it be positive or negative, I'll leave that up to your discretion, listeners. But Marissa hates it. And I laugh every time I hear it. I don't mean to get under her skin, but dude, hearing my kids say it, and now everywhere I'm looking, I'm seeing the number 6. I'm seeing the number 7. I'm seeing the number 67. And I'm like, 6'11". Like, it's stupid, bro.
It is so stupid.
How much it's blowing up.
Yeah,
And
even with football. And I don't know if we were able to talk about this story or not yet, but when I was coaching football, I used 6'7" as a reference in one of my sermons. And so talk about a old youth pastor moment, right? Like I used to be, I was a youth pastor for a long time, if you don't know. I was preaching on how the Holy Spirit helps us discern which words to use, right? When we're out and about, or when we're talking with people, but even when we're talking with our families. And so I was like, sometimes I don't know how to talk to my teenage daughter. I'm like, 6'7"? And she just melted into her seat, and it was it got a huge reaction from the church and just laughs. And so the next day, I'm coaching flag football at the local high school, and one of the girls goes to our church. And she was like, "Pastor James, I loved," or she called me coach or something. She's like, "I loved how you used 6'7" in the sermon yesterday. Our whole aisle was just laughing." And one of the other girls on the team was like, "Wait a second, you go to his church?" And the one girl that goes to our church was like, "Yeah, he's one of our pastors." And she comes up to me later in practice. She's like, "So what were you preaching on?" I'm like, dude, that's what it's all about right there.
Come on, somebody. That's
so
amazing.
I was able to talk to this girl about what I was preaching about the Holy Spirit and how he lives in our lives and how he helps us in our daily lives. And it was just like, that's what it's all about, right? That was an amazing moment. But even that little reference of 6'7" led to some holy conversation on the football field.
Bro, come on now. Chapter 6, verse 7. Come on. You just can't escape, dude.
I know. I love that Grinch video where some of the kids go up to the Grinch and they're like 6'7". He's like 8'9".
Bro, and he doesn't miss a beat. Because I've seen that video going around. Yeah, it's like, literally, he does not miss a beat. There's these kids that walk up and they're like, 6'7". He's like 8'9". and just walks away.
And the kids are like, that's a really good comeback.
I saw like this reel of someone who showed that clip, and then he's sitting there smiling and nodding, and he's like, we got him.
Yeah.
We got him. What a comeback.
So good. So good. So are there any Christmas movies that you guys have on your list this year that you are wanting to make sure that you watch before the end of the season?
We have all of the Rankin Bass movies. It's the name of the production company, and I hope that I said that right. I always say Rankin Bass just because I'm trying to be silly. But they're the old claymation movies that used to come out, like Rudolph, Frosty, A Year Without a Santa, all of those classic claymation movies. We've watched Rudolph, we have watched The Grinch, and we have watched Elf. But we still have movies that we're trying to get to. It's just been hard because we're also, like, the time that I have at home, I'm helping clean and try to get ready for baby number 3 on the way. So movie time has been limited for us, for sure. But we still have some movies that we want to watch, and we will, especially when my mother and sister-in-law come to visit us this week, when baby's born, and we have some downtime. We're going to be cranking out the movies for sure.
That's awesome. So Amanda and Lorelai are heading to Michigan right after Christmas. So they're just a few days after Christmas. They're going to Michigan for a couple of weeks. And so I have a movie list that I want to get into. I don't really have a video game that I'm playing right now. Since I finished Ghosts of Yotai, I've kind of moved back to Destiny a little bit, just because they have this whole Star Wars expansion thing going on right now with Destiny.
Yeah.
So, and I re-downloaded Fortnite just to kind of mess around with it here and there.
Yeah. I don't have hardly any experience with Fortnite at all, but I heard that it's a really good time waster.
Yeah, it's a good time waster. There's a couple of mini games on there and stuff I like to play, and that you don't have to think about anything. You just keep jumping and, yeah. So I don't really have any video games I'm really digging right now. Amanda and I have Split Fiction that eventually we want to play. It's the same developer of the video game that I've talked to you about called It Takes Two.
Yeah.
And so we bought Split Fiction. We haven't moved into that yet.
Nice.
Looking forward to playing that. But I am teaching a new class here at Creekside in January, Equip Apologetics. And so we're going to be talking some apologetics stuff on Sunday mornings. And so I've got a few books I'm going through. I've got a book called I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist.
Ooh.
And then I've got a Timothy Keller book as well. So I've got a couple books I'm reading just to prepare for this class, and so I'm going to knock those out when the girls are out of town.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice, dude.
Get in some hiking time as well. I know it's cold, but I got spikes, and I can dress warm, and the girls don't like to hike when it's cold outside, so I'm going to go out, get some hiking, and when they're gone, maybe hike the Butte a couple times. We'll see.
Oh, man. Well, be careful. I mean, hopefully the wind dies down.
Don't want to be up there and blow away.
No, you do not, my friend. It's funny. You're saying that you've got the girls are leaving, and I'm about to have a full house with my mother-in-law and sister-in-law coming in for my baby's birth. And so it's so interesting looking ahead because I feel like I don't know what the next few weeks are going to look like. Because truth be told, I really don't. I've forgotten what it's like to have a newborn, except for the fact that you don't sleep. And I like sleep. So that'll be a journey for sure.
Sleep is good.
Sleep is fantastic. I like it when I can get it.
Haven't been getting a whole lot of it lately because of the windstorms and stuff, but yeah, sleep is good.
Yeah, it's been rough, dude. I mean, like between the wind, between my son has actually been sick recently with just a random fever. No other symptoms but a fever. And then more wind, and then school, and then parties, and work. It's like, dude, I need a break.
Yeah, we had a huge event here last Saturday that took up, I think I've been here I've been at the church 15 out of the last 16 days.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, even if it was for like an hour or such, but it's been just a lot. So I was like, man, I'm tired.
Bro, I feel like that's one of the things about ministry. I feel like a lot of times people compare work life and personal life to like measuring it on a pendulum, I'm making the motion of 6'7", and I know we're all thinking it. I'm just gonna stop.
We stopped videoing, but we used to do video edits for our podcast, and but Jordan's over here right now. He's talking about this, and he's waving his hands in the air like 6'7" as he's talking.
I'm just
laughing.
I'm just gonna use my words now. Now I'm not going to stop thinking about that. Oh, gracious. So literally, people talk about your time management in ministry, and they talk about it like a scale, like a balancing scale, and talking about like just trying to balance everything. But the reality is a lot of times it's more like a pendulum. One side of the pendulum is family. The other side of the pendulum is your job. There are seasons in your life when work picks up in ministry, and you have to spend most of your time doing your job, being involved in ministry, serving. And it's not that you value your family or your kids any less. It's the reality of you are someone that people count on to schedule events, schedule volunteers, lead, facilitate, delegate, all the things. And then there are seasons when work actually slows down and you do have more time to breathe and focus on family and your kids and stuff. The pendulum swings the other way. And it's like, I feel like it's good to be mindful of when those seasons happen because it's not every day.
Right.
There's just seasons of time when that becomes the reality. And so to walk in with that expectation, I feel like gives us a better perspective on how to look at things. You still show your wife, your spouse, your kids that they matter, that you value them by making the most of the time that you get with them. And it's also just understanding the reality of like ministry is just different in its nature. It's not a 9-to-5 job sometimes. Sometimes you have to work the late hours. Sometimes you have to be up before the sun is. And it's hard.
Which is easy here.
It's easy here because sun doesn't rise till like 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock and sun sets at 3 o'clock.
Yep.
It's going to change next week.
Yeah.
Next week is winter solstice.
Yep. We're going to finally start gaining. Slowly.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, we are in a region of Alaska where we get about, by the time winter solstice hits, we get about 4 hours of daylight.
Roughly.
Yeah. So, yeah.
From like 10:30 to 3:30 is like the shortest amount of sunlight that we could get.
Yeah.
4 hours.
4 or 5 hours or so. So, but which is better than up north of Alaska where they don't see the sunrise for like 2 months.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, man. That's up at the northernmost point of Alaska. The sun sets at a certain day, either like I think November
something. Yeah.
And then it does not rise again until
January
something, which is just crazy. Imagine living in a place where it's just dark. That would mess with me.
Yeah. Yeah. The dark has not messed with me as much as the 24 hours of daylight has. I think the 24 hours of daylight is weird to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me when it comes to my sleep. It bothers me with going to bed. You know, like I'll be sitting and I'm just like, it's 10:30 at night and it's sunny out. And I'm like, I have to go to bed.
Oh, dude. No, I understand that for sure. I think for me, I thrive in the sunlight. Like even when it's bedtime, I'm like, okay, I'll just go to bed and I'll wake up and waking up will be easy because it's already bright outside. And I don't know, I just wake up with a bit extra pep in my step. And I feel like the coffee's not quite as a necessity in the summer as it is in the winter.
Yeah.
But man, I'll tell you, the darkness I am finding is affecting me. I didn't really feel it the earlier into my time here in Alaska, but especially being here as long as I have now, the longer I'm here, I'm noticing the more the darkness is affecting me. And so I'm trying to stay up on like a vitamin D supplement.
Right.
Because, I mean, that helps for sure. But yeah, it's those seasonal cycles, dude, that just tend to mess with you.
It's a little crazy up here, man. It's the no snow for me right now.
Which stinks. I miss it.
I really hope we get a white Christmas. We moved here from Michigan expecting more white Christmases than what we got in Michigan, but we're looking like we're getting less right now.
It's insane, dude. And the fact is, like, we're getting all of the blizzard elements of weather without the snow. So it's just heavy winds and darkness and bitter cold. And darkness.
Yeah.
And bitter cold. And darkness.
Well, by the next time we meet, it'll be 2026. Man, it'll be awesome. You'll have a brand new baby.
Yep.
We'll have a brand new year in front of us of our podcast. We're excited for where our podcast is going to go next year.
Yep.
We're thinking we're going to get into some more theological discussions.
Yeah.
Talking about some eschatological stuff and maybe some end time stuff and
maybe
go a little theology. We'll see.
all the big words that I still am not 100% on what they mean. But, you know, I'm here for the journey, man. I'll be honest. I mean, there's words that I'm just like, wait, what is, the study of that. You're right. Okay. I'm trying to remember, because it's like, I understand the concept. It's the word itself I'm still learning. But dude, I'm actually really excited for where we're going. I think we're going to try some things too, and just see what we can do to keep bringing life to our podcast, and listeners still be an encouragement for you, a resource for you, just to dig deeper into God's word and what it means to live for Jesus.
Yeah, and we got a couple more plans to have the wives on.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
I'll be really excited to bring them back. And I'd love to just invite some other people onto our show to have conversation with them and just see, like, you know, this is where we are at. Tell us about where you're at, some of the wisdom that you have from your life, and see what that turns into.
Yeah.
Man. That'd be awesome.
We're so excited. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we hope that you guys all have enjoyed Jesus Coffee and everything else this year. And we're looking forward to bringing the next discussion with Chuck to you guys as well. So we apologize for that.
It's been a whole, like, man,
we tried so hard.
We did. Oh man. And I just felt so bad. I am looking forward though to another conversation that we can record, that we can share, but also more time for you and me to be able to sit and talk with Chuck. And
there was so much I wanted to get into with him that we couldn't.
I know, man. And now we're going to have another chance to dive into some of those other topics.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really, I'm thankful for that. And I'm really thankful that Chuck is willing to have that second conversation with us as well. Yeah. I know that he's got so much on his plate.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's willing to carve out some time to talk with two nerdy pastors in Alaska, like, I value that. And I'm very grateful. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to recording it, sharing it, and
all the good stuff.
All the good stuff, bro.
Well, thank you all for listening to the 2025 Jesus, Coffee, and Everything Else episode. I'm James.
I'm Jordan.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.